is basically a female condom, because most of you, maybe you've never seen a female condom, but it is there. It's there. So yeah, either of the person can use a condom. And then we have the withdrawal, which sometimes goes to natural, or yeah, it's somewhere there in between. But I'll tell you for sure, I will never in a million years advise or advocate for this type of contraceptive. This is the reason.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies.
Hey guys, hello. I hope you're well. Welcome to this channel. Allow me to grace your screens by wearing a different coat that I'm not wearing. So right about now, I would like to talk about family planning, or in other terms, contraceptives, contraceptive methods. But let me just use family planning as the simplest layman language that anyone can understand. So I bet there are people who know there is something about family planning, but they don't necessarily know the methods, the number of family planning that you can use. I've come across people asking me the types of things they can use, what they can use. Well, yeah, there are people who don't know, or rather maybe you don't know the types of family planning method. This video is for you, and not necessarily women, because family planning is for both genders. It can be either male or female. It's for your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, if you are into family planning. So as you all know, family planning is just a way of tunasemanga kupanga uzazi. It's just a way of planning how you want to conceive, how you want to bear kids, how you want to all that, right? I'm trying to use the most simplest language that you're gonna understand. So when we say family planning, I'm gonna use this wall as my board. But before I do the wall, let me at least give you the basics of what to expect from this video. When we say family planning, it comes in 4 categories. I think that's where I use the wall, right? It comes in 4 categories. Let me use the wall so that you get to understand it much better and easily. Let me use this wall, because when something is written down, you get to understand it easily. So when you talk of family planning, it comes in categories. Now look at this. It comes in categories. Family planning, all contraceptive methods. We have the hormonal ones, we have the non-hormonal, we have the permanent, and we have the natural. Mark, I have not even touched this side. So when we talk of hormonal, these are just the categories, all subdivisions, all whatever you want to call it, those types, subdivisions, types of contraceptives that you can use. Alafu, we have the reversible and the irreversible. This now covers this. Let's start with this. When you talk of hormonal, these are the type of family planning, all contraceptives that you use that will alter your hormones. They'll have to alter your hormones for them to function. You get what I'm saying? So when you talk of non-hormonal, these are basically those types of contraceptive methods that you use that don't alter your hormones. They are just like a barrier in your body to like prevent to prevent ovulation, fertilization, all that, but they don't alter with your hormones. When we talk of permanent methods, these are the types of contraceptives or family planning that are not reversible. Now you get what I'm saying? That are not reversible. When we talk of permanent, it means that thing on whatever you used, whatever you did, whatever you tried is not reversible. You can't undo it. You get? When you talk of natural, one, this doesn't alter with your hormones. This one is very reversible. This is just, I think I'll explain it or rather elaborate it when I get there. Now let's start with hormonal method of contraceptive or hormonal method of family planning. We have implants. Implants, it's a flexible rod planted all under your skin. Munazitanga jadel most of the time. Those are the implants. Can take to whatever years, over 3 years. It releases hormones to your bloodstreams. That's what makes your pregnancy not happen. Number 2, it's so bold, but I'm just trying to give you the basics of what you might get better. We have injections. These are injections done to your skin, either your arm or your bum. It also releases, normally we have, which one do you know most? Depo-Provera, which is Depo, which goes for 3 months. But we have, by the time you get to your gynecologist or your consultation time, you'll get advised more on that. We have IUD. Lately we have a coil that is hormonal and we have that is non-hormonal. So yes, we have an IUD, intrauterine device, that is hormonal. But now you already know about the coil thing. Yeah, the coil thing. Then you have the pills. These are the daily pills that you get to take every single day. You know the pills. By now you know the pills. And you know the usage of pills. By one careless mistake, when you miss one careless, it means what the pills do, it makes your ovary not release an egg. Also, it deepens your mucus in your cervix that blocks the sperms. So meaning there is no meeting of the egg with the sperms. It makes fertilization of the egg impossible. And when the eggs are not released, it means there is no ovulation. You get what I'm saying? Those are the pills. So if you fail to take a pill, it means your egg can be released. Like that one risk means your egg can be released. And if it's released and you have intercourse, it means they can be what is it called? They can be fertilization of the egg. Then we have the skin patches. Where the world is evolving, so each and every day we are getting new things. The skin patches is basically a patch attached to your skin. This patch releases hormones to your body. There's a way of usage, which basically we can maybe look at it other times when we are trying to look at them in details. That these are the hormonal types of contraceptives. Remember, when you talk of reversible and irreversible, all these are reversible, because implants, it means if you want to now conceive, you basically have to stop it. You have to remove it. You have to before you plan on using any of this one, you have to have a plan. You have to have a plan. If you're not planning to conceive anytime soon or have a baby anytime soon, you can go for the one that suits the years, the number of years, the number of months that suits you better. So basically, also you can consider, that's why you need a lot of consultation with your gyna to check on your hormones and all that, because some of these can alter your hormone way bad. So it means if you want to conceive latest, or if you want to do a very fast conception, and then you try to use this and you don't even know how your hormones will react to it, that can mess you up. So basically you have to do a lot of consultation with your gynecologist to know the usage of whatever suits you better. I hope you understood about hormonal. When I am done with hormonal, when we talk about hormonal, by now you understand that there are those types of contraceptives or the types of family planning that alters with your hormone, because some of these contraceptives that are hormonal, they either contain progestin or estrogen. Normally, progestin and estrogens are the responsible hormones in our bodies that are responsible for either ovulation or our periods, our menstrual periods. So if they are altered, it simply means either there's no conception happening and there's no releasing of the egg. That's why they are hormonal. And now, I'd like to focus on the non-hormonal types of contraceptives. We have these three. We have the IUD. Basically, I told you we have a coil that is hormonal, and now we have a coil that is not hormonal. You get what I'm saying? We have an intrauterine device that is hormonal and an IUD that is not hormonal. That's why it's here and it was the other part, right? We have condoms. Basically, you know condoms, right? We have the female condoms and we have the male condoms. I had one, but I don't know where it is. Basically, a female condom, because most of you maybe you've never seen a female condom, but it is there. It's there. So yeah, either of the person can use a condom. And then we have the withdrawal, which sometimes goes to natural, or yeah, it's somewhere there in between. But I'll tell you for sure, I will never in a million years advise or advocate for this type of contraceptive. This is the reason. When we talk of withdrawal, there is something we call pre-ejaculation. This means there's a risk of sperms being in the mucus or the pre-ejaculation fluid. There's that risk of sperms being in that fluid. So I don't think you want to risk that withdrawal. Instead of withdrawal, just through the condoms, which is preferably than the withdrawal. So that is the type of non-hormonal methods of contraceptives. After non-hormonal methods of contraceptive, we have the permanent methods of contraceptive. And number one, we have vasectomy. By now you all know vasectomy. Basically, vasectomy involves cutting of tubes that carry sperms from the testes to the penis. It can take up to 3 months to be effective. So in the course of the 3 months, you should consider adding another type of contraceptive because it will not be effective. The other one, we have tubal ligation. Vasectomy is for men, which is very permanent and it is not reversible. And then we have tubal ligation for women. It involves tying your tubes through a procedure called laparoscopy, and definitely your periods and your hormones will not be affected by this. You'll be receiving your menstrual periods normally. Even if you did it permanently, you did the family planning permanently, you still receive your periods normally. So that will not be affected. So that is the type of permanent methods. Then we have the last one, which is the natural. The natural one, I have done that video. You can go check it out. This involves the calendar. It's tracking your regular days, your safe days, your ovulation days. Basically, it's the calendar, and I have done a whole video on that one. You can go check it out because it's a broad one. It's one here, but it's a very, very broad, and it requires a lot of skills and knowledge to function with that one, because you don't want to gamble with that, especially if you're not sure if your menstrual cycle is either regular or irregular, because it means you're going to be gambling with something you're not sure of. So you can go check it out because I have a whole video on that one. I'll leave the link in the description box just in case you wanna know more about the calendar or calculating your menses, your irregular days, your ovulation days, your safe days. I'll leave the link in the description box below. So I hope you really understood our methods of contraceptive, our methods of family planning. I hope, even if I didn't go deeper, probably I can do another video where I'll do one by one, when I can basically discuss it deeply. Like when I say hormonal, I can do it deeper with its side effects, because basically they come with side effects and all that, and probably I can do that in another video, because if I do it here it will be too overwhelming. So for now, allow me to stop there. I hope you understood, I hope you got it, I hope you now have a clue of the type of contraceptive you can want to consider. Even if you already don't know the side effects or the other things, I'll try to do another video where I will do about all that and all what you're supposed to consider when doing all these types of contraceptives. But in the meantime, bye guys, and enjoy this video. I said